Hello and welcome to Curiosity Hive. Well, as promised, we are back with the second video on the IMO Class 4 Achiever section questions. This time we are taking the next 2 years, that is 2016 and 2017 Achiever section questions. We have given you 30 seconds for each question. But if you want, pause the video, solve the question by yourself and then match with the solution provided. Well, do challenge yourself and solve each question in the limited time if you can. And yes, for more such videos, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Curiosity Hive. So without any delay, let's get started.
So let's read the first question here, which reads, if each smiley represents a one-digit number and these are the equations of the smileys, then find the value of this expression. Your time starts now. Well, remember the clue here is that they all are one-digit numbers. Let's take a look at the first expression, which is this. Now, a number multiplied by itself gives the same result as the number. So, that is only possible with 1. So, we know that the no smiley value is 1. Let's look at the next expression. Now this says a number multiplied with itself is the number added with itself. Now that can only be possible with the number 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 plus 2 is also 4. Now with this we know that the no smiley and no smiley values. Now let's look at our third expression, which is more of validation, which is this. That is 2 no smileys when added together, that is 1 plus 1 and added together, give the answer to be 2, which is your non-no smiley. So with this we know that the values are correctly slotted. Now let's come to the third expression, which is this. Now there's a V smiley minus no smiley, which is 2, is equal to 1, which is the no smiley. So with this we can find that the V smiley is equal to 3. So now we know the values of every smiley. So now let's solve this expression, which will be no smiley plus no smiley plus V smiley, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is 6 and your answer is option D, 6. Let's go to the next question. This reads, which of the following statements is correct? Here we have a square A, a rectangle and square B, and some statements are given. Find your right answer. Well, these are all about finding the perimeter. Remember, perimeter is sum of the boundary of the figure. Now for square, all sides are equal. That means the perimeter of the square is 4 times its side. So by this, perimeter of square A will be 4 times 4, which is 16 centimeter, and perimeter of square B will be 4 times 6, equal to 24 centimeter. Now let's find the perimeter of the rectangle. Now in rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So that means the perimeter of the rectangle will be 2 times the length plus 2 times the breadth. So according to that, this will be 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3, which will be equal to 16 centimeter. So now we know the values of all the perimeters of the three images. Let's go one by one with the statements. A says perimeter of square A, which is 16, is greater than perimeter of rectangle. It is incorrect because they both are same. B says perimeter of square B, which is 24, is equal to perimeter of rectangle. Again incorrect because 16 and 24 are not the same. C says perimeter of square A plus perimeter of square B, which is equal to 16 plus 24, which is equal to 40. Now this 40 centimeter they are saying is greater than perimeter of rectangle, which is 16. So 40 is greater than 16 centimeter. So this is the right statement. And D, which says perimeter of square A plus perimeter of rectangle is less than perimeter of square B. Well, this is wrong because the sum of the two perimeters are more. So that's how we get our right answer to be option C. Let's read the third question, which says match the figures given in column 1 with their unshaded parts given in column 2. Here are both the columns. Find the right answer. Well, let's start with the easy one. Let's start with S. Now in S, if I shift the shaded portion to this image, it will be something like this. So that means two portions are completely shaded and one portion is unshaded. Now one portion is nothing but same number divided by itself will give 1. So this is the match. Now S matches 3. Now the option that has S matches 3 is here. Let's try one more so that we can confirm that C is the right answer. Let's look at option R. Now here if I move this shaded portion to this figure, it becomes something like this, and here it is cleaned, and now I move this shaded portion away. So here it moves and this becomes plain. That means 1, and this is nothing but 1/3 because this actually divides it in 3 equal parts. So 1/3 and 1 full portion are not shaded. Now if we add this together, we will get our answer to be 4/3. So R matches 4, and here we have R matches 4. That means C would be the right option. We don't need to solve others. So it's important to choose the easier options and solve the question. Let's head to the next question. Now here this is a multiplication question and we need to find the values of a few unknown here, which are P, Q, R, and then find what is the value of P plus Q. Time starts now. So let's start to solve this here. Now this is a multiplication. Now the number multiplied is 6 with an unknown number P, and the answer gives 6 in one's place. Now this means P can either be 1 or it can be 6, because 6 times 1 is 6 and 6 times 6 is 36, and they give 6 in one's place. Let's assume P is 1. So if P is 1, 1 times 6 is 6, 6 times 5 is 30. That means here it should have been 0, but instead it is 3. So P is not 1.
Let's try with the other option, P being equal to 6. That means let's take P to be 6 here. 6 times 6 is 36, 6 carry 3. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 3, 33, 3 carry 3. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 3, 21, 1 carry 2. And 6 times 3 is 18 again plus 2 is 20. So this Q would be 20. So we have found our P which is equal to 6, Q which is equal to 2. Now let's proceed ahead. Now we have found the numbers here and all we need to do is add. Now this is 6 here. This is 3 plus 2, 5 in tens place. This one is 6 plus 1 plus 1, 8. Then it is 7 plus 5, 12. So 2 carry 1. And our Q is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 6, 9. Plus 3 is 12. So 2 carry 1 and 3 plus 1 is 4. So we also find our R which is equal to 2. Now let's see our answers. So B and C have 6 and 2. So A and D we can eliminate and R is 2 also. Let's see what is P plus Q. So P plus Q is 8. So this one stands good. So our right answer is option B. Let's go to the next question. Now the next question is state T for true and F for false for the below statements and then choose the right answer. Your time starts now. Now these are simple statements which you need to match. For example, one says 8 groups of 8 which is nothing but 8 times 8 which is 64, and the second says 2 less than 66 which is 66 minus 2, less is minus, so this is also 64. So this is the right match. Next one is 4 groups of 6 which will be equal to 4 times 6, 24, and the right hand side is 8 groups of 3 which is 8 times 3, 24, which is true again. The third is 9 groups of 4 which is 9 times 4 which is 36, and the right hand side is 2 more than 2 groups of 17. 2 more is 2 plus 2 times 17 which is also 36. So we have our first, second and third option to be true, and the option which has 1, 2, 3 is true is option B. So that is your right answer. You can skip solving 4. With this we complete 2016 Achiever section.
So you saw these were the questions from 2016. Now we'll head to the next 5 questions which are from the 2017 IMO paper. This is from the level 2 2017 IMO paper. Let's see how we fare in it.
And here is the first question in that. The question reads, Shivam's flight to Canada departs at 11:15 p.m. He has to check in at the airport terminal 1 hour 45 minutes earlier. The journey to the terminal takes 50 minutes. He needs 30 minutes to get dressed and 15 minutes to have his dinner. At what time should he start preparing for his trip? Find the right answer.
So let's solve this question. Now here the question asked is that what time should he start preparing for this trip? That means we need to count backwards from the time his flight departs, which is 11:15 p.m. Now the first part says that he has to check in at the airport terminal 1 hour 45 minutes earlier. So we need to reduce 1 hour 45 from 11:15. Now there's a trick to do these kind of subtractions in time. Now 11 minus 1 is 10 hours and 15 minus 45 is 30 minutes. I'm putting it in bracket to indicate the negation. So that means you should reduce 30 minutes from 10 hours, which will give you 9:30. Now let's read the second part, which says it takes him 50 minutes to reach the terminal. Now that's the journey he needs to cover. So again from 9:30 we reduce 50 minutes. Now going by the same subtraction, 30 minus 50 is 20 minutes. And in the hours what we have is 9. So now you reduce 20 minutes from 9 hour. That is nothing but 8:40. Now the next piece of information tells us that he needs 30 minutes to get dressed and 15 minutes to have his dinner. So in all he needs 45 minutes to get ready. So 45 minutes before 8:40 would be 8:40 minus 45 minutes. Again the same subtraction, 40 minus 45 is 5 minutes and the hour here is 8. So we will reduce this 5 minutes from 8, which is 7:55. So the time at which he should start preparing is 7:55 p.m. I hope you understood this way of subtracting. There are different ways of subtracting time. You can think of the clock and subtract it as it feels comfortable to you. Let's head to the next Achiever section question. This is a division question and we need to solve this expression here and find the right answer. Okay, so this is your division. Let's go along and find the missing alphabets. First is 27, 3. So 27 times 3 is 81 here. When we subtract it from 87, we are left with 6. 9 comes down. Now 27 times something is 54. If you look carefully, this is actually just the double. So 27, 2 is 54. So we get P to be 2. We subtract this. 9 minus 4 is 5. So we get S also. Now 154 is what is left. To that we get our next quotient, which is 5, and we are left with 135. Further, what we are left with 196. And finally 27 is multiplied by 7 to get this value. So this value is 189. So your Q is 8. And now when you subtracted 196 minus 189, this is 7. Now let's fit it in this equation. S times R. So S times R. So 5 times 7 is 35. To that we subtract P, which is 2, and we add Q, which is 8. So 35 minus 2 is 33. Plus 8 is 41. So your right answer is option A, which is 41. Let's go to our next question and solve this. Fill in the blanks. Here there are a few statements given. Solve each one of them and choose the right answer. So let's read the first statement. It says there are 40 children at party, 14 of them are boys. So what is the fraction of girls? Now if 14 are boys out of 40, the girls would be 40 minus 14, which is 26. Now if this is 26, the fraction is nothing but the total number of girls upon the total number of students, which is 40. Now let's reduce this by 2. So this will be equal to 13 by 20. So we get our P to be 13 by 20. So C and A are out of the answer race. Now when you look at this option, we have to choose the right between B and D. And if you notice, the R in B and D is also the same. So don't solve the R question. Rather solve Q or S. Let's solve Q. Now Q says cost of a teddy bear is 2 by 3 times cost of doll. So 2 by 3 times cost of doll is cost of teddy bear. And the cost of teddy bear is 114. Then what is the cost of doll? So that means 2 by 3 times doll is equal to the teddy bear, which is 114. Now to find doll, this goes division and this goes multiplication. So your D is equal to 114 times 3 divided by 2. Let's divide this 2 times 2 and this is 2 times 5, 10 and 14 is 7. So 57 times 3, which is equal to 171. So D is rupees 171, which is here. So your right answer is option D. Now let's go to our next question. So this is an arranging question. Let's read this. Nakul, Mehul and Naina were sitting on the seesaw at the playground. Which of the following bar graphs correctly shows the weight of the 3 children? So here are the images. Here are the bar graphs. Choose the right answer. Now let's understand what information each image gives. In the first image, Naina's side is lower. That means weight of Naina is more than weight of Nakul. In the third image, Nakul is on the heavier side. So weight of Nakul is greater than weight of Mehul. Now, according to this, C is definitely out of question because it gives Mehul to have the maximum weight. And also, if you look at A, here weight of Nakul is equal to weight of Mehul, which is not true as per our third figure. So, this is also out. Let's see what the middle figure tells us. Here, Naina is on the higher side and Nakul and Mehul are on the heavier side. That means weight of Nakul plus weight of Mehul is greater than weight of Naina. Now let's look at option B. Now in option B, weight of Nakul plus Mehul, which is 20 plus 15. Now this is equal to 35 and so is this bar, which is also equal to 35. That means this indicates that Nakul plus Mehul's weight is equal to Naina's weight, which is wrong because clearly Nakul and Mehul are heavier than Naina as in the figure. So our right answer is option D. As you can see, this addition is greater than Naina's weight. So this is our right answer. Now it's time to go to the final question. It says, match the numbers obtained after additions of Roman numerals given in column 1 with their 100 digits in column 2. So we are looking at the hundreds digit. Pay attention here. So solve PQRS and then choose the right match in the given options. Well, let's look at P. Now P has this addition of Roman numbers. Let's revise what they are. M is 1000, other M is also 1000. D is 500, C is 100 and X is 10. So if we add all of this, so 2710 is this Roman number. The other one also we'll do. Here M is 1000. Now here it is CD. So a smaller value precedes the larger value. So this is 500 minus 100, which is 400. Then X is 10 and VII is 7. So this addition will be 1417. So here I have 1417. If I add them together, I get this number, which is 4127. So in my hundreds place, I have 1. So P will match option 3. Now if we look at the options, A and C has P to option 3, whereas B and D has to 2, so we can cancel it out. Now let's find out Q. That will help us to choose between AC. So here we have the Roman number for Q. And let's start to solve this. Now here again, M is 1000, C is 100, XV is 15. And the other side, it's M is 1000, D is 500, then C is 100 and IX is 9. So the first one, 1315 and the other one is 1609. Now when we add this together, it is 2924 and this is my hundreds place, which is 9. So Q matches 1. So according to this, P is 3 and Q is 1 in option A. So this is our right answer.
I hope this was a beneficial session for you. We will come out with one more video on the IMO Achiever section for class 4. This will contain 2018 and 2019 questions. So I hope to see you there. But before that, do not forget to, like, share and subscribe to Curiosity Hive. Till we meet again, take care.